wine
No,
or
weed lean.
THC wine? A ween.
Ween.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that.
Should we
Ladies and
make
gentlemen,
ween?
I mean it's a thing, like THC
Cool.
syrup. I mean that is a thing.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, don't mind our side quest conversations. We are here. We are back. I am just gonna call it out now. Super. I'm not gonna say. I was gonna use the word insecure, not the word, but like got real worried right away. I was like, oh damn. Had like a blow pop pause, super pause, and it was blue, and I was like, damn, I got like a hue of blue just around my shit.
Ah,
So all
the
episode,
old
I didn't want
alien
to
gum
think
job.
like I didn't want to think about it all episode. Like, damn, I got blue. I'm all blue. So I'm
Sure.
just calling it out now. I'm blue. No one else can say I'm blue now. Got that out the way. Ween,
Sure.
blue mouth, whatever else we're talking about.
It's Avatar. You're
We are
hanging out with
back.
too many
We do
avatars.
got things. Too many avatars, man. I was in a dark place, but we are back. Welcome back to the On It
James
podcast. We
Cumron.
got plenty.
Sorry.
We got a lot. We got a lot to talk about, Devin. My Bleacher Report, my ESPN, everybody's favorite CBS Sports. It was blowing up just today, on the day we record this, Friday. Just today, Friday
Yeah.
evening alone. It's like the office hours are about to close, and they just submitted in a bunch of moves right before to the NFL right before they clocked out for
I
the
think
day.
something happened with that particular organization. Everyone just said, kind of, fuck it. Let it all out,
Oh well, which the one in Vegas or
I can
who are you
think
talking
both.
about? Who are you talking about? You talking about Seattle?
Seattle. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, okay, all right. I mean, yeah, there's plenty. I was about to say name them because we got Seattle, we got Vegas to talk about, we got the Giants to talk about, we got the Jets to talk about, the Raiders, like you were talking about. I mean, Joey Bosa getting released. There's some things.
Yeah.
With all that, we still even got a little bit of NBA to talk about, Devin. But I guess the first thing that really caught me off guard, and it was a day or two ago, I want to say. I don't think it was today. It might have been. It's been a long day. But DK Metcalf requests a trade
Yeah.
out of
Now,
Seattle.
what was first?
The request?
The Tyler Lockett
Request was
shit?
before Geno. So Lockett gets released, DK requests a
Lockett
trade, and
released.
Geno gets traded.
Yes.
Now here's the thing. I'm thinking he could have known Geno was getting traded, and
Probably did.
DK was also. They offered DK. We're gonna talk about Geno later, but they offered apparently Geno and DK for Max, and they were like, "Yeah, that's
For Max Crosby?
Yeah, for Max Crosby, they were like, "We're just not gonna do that. Like, we're not the Dallas Mavericks. We're not getting fleeced. Sorry. So
Sure.
we'll take Geno. But DK wants out, and it's kind of crazy how.
I mean, at this point,
just
it's valid.
super valid. Well, at this point, I think it's expected. I mean, they
Yes.
just traded away Geno. They released Tyler Lockett. It looks like they're on a full rebuild mission. Now, the weird thing about Seattle is we were just talking about how this was probably going to be their last. We were basically saying they weren't making it to the playoffs next year, and the biggest reason is because this was probably the last year that this group was going to be together, and this group didn't even make it to training camp for next year together.
No,
they're done. I think DK will be traded very soon. Monday, the legal tampering window opens, so which is funny that they call it that.
What, the
they
12th?
Call it the legal tampering, the 10th. The 10th, yeah.
Yeah, it is funny that they call it that, but there's a ton of tampering going on prior.
Do you think they call it the legal tampering period because they know there's a legal tampering going on before?
Wait, no, is the
I'm just saying, like, obviously, yeah. If I want to be that guy, I'm sure there's a specific reason why it's the legal tampering period. But it is funny to think that there's a bunch of illegal tampering right before the legal tampering period. Maybe someone just started calling it that for that particular reason. I don't know.
Yeah,
Or I'm saying like maybe
maybe
there
that's
was so
just the
much illegal
Jameis thing.
tampering. There was so much illegal tampering going on that they were like, all right, we got to make like a legal tampering window. And they were like, that's actually a great
Yes,
name. We
it's
should
actually
rock
a
with that.
spectacular name.
But the
Don't tell
legal
Jameis
tampering
that there's a
window,
legal tampering window.
what did James, what are you referencing?
Nothing. I'm not
I,
referencing anything.
I'm maybe it's whoosh, but I'm
Tampering sounds like
not too sure.
other thing.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's talk about DK Metcalf then, Devin. Landing spots. We've talked landing spots for receivers, but very different types of receivers. We talked Debo, which I think we both agreed he was going to be the best fit for a team that needed a wide receiver too. And if he's lucky, a team that's a contender. And then boom, we had Devontae last episode. We're talking about him, and I think he can still go be a number one. It would be nice if there's
Yeah.
a pretty clear number one on a team, and then he just makes his job and their job a lot easier by coming in and maybe just taking some of the load off of the wide receiver one. Either way,
Or he just follows
DK
Aaron
Metcalf
around
though,
again.
he could do
DK
that.
is cool though.
But DK
DK is
Metcalf,
huge.
we're talking
DK, I'm gonna
this
be
is
honest.
the
I think he can either take an already pretty good team to the next level, um, like the Chargers,
I mean,
or he can kind of put another franchise on his back, but they have to be set up a little bit for him.
what are the franchises he could put on his back though? Because I don't think he wants to waste any time like with the Patriots. All right? Like I know
That
look, the
was my
Patriots are
first
going to
thought.
get a wide
That was
receiver.
my first. That
They're
was my first thought for a team that he could throw on the back.
and I think they're going to end up with the receiver. And I think they're out on the T Higgins trade, so they're not going for T Higgins. They could
He's
not
tagged.
trade, Excuse me. I'm sorry, Devin. Before he even got tagged, they had came out and said that they were off of the T Higgins train and weren't going to go after him. But then, yes, you're right. I keep forgetting. T Higgins then got tagged. They didn't trade for Debo. Cooper Kupp is still. I mean, Cooper Kupp is still out there. Chris Godwin.
He can still not get traded.
I mean, Chris Godwin is still going to be, I think, someone that he's going to get a lot of phone calls too. So I'm saying New England has so many options. They might not need to trade as much away or lose as much trying to bring in somebody like DK opposed to maybe signing Godwin or trading for Cooper. I don't know. Like you might save some money, save some picks, save a player. Who knows? I don't know what they're gonna save from it, but I think DK might be the most valuable, but you might have to give up the most. I don't think New England, if they're in a rebuild mode, I mean, why would you? It's almost like if the Raiders traded away Max Crosby for DK and Geno. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Are we rebuilding? Are we rebuilding this team, or are we?
Well, that's the thing. Like with the way that trades have been going, like and what teams are giving up, like what we gave up for Debo. Like shit, if you only have to give up a third for DK a third next year, I don't see why not. And it's like DK's younger than
a third.
I don't know how these trades are gonna go. I have no idea.
I think DK.
Maybe they give up a third and a fucking punter.
Okay,
no one knows.
I mean, go a punter. Come on, Devin.
Nah,
come on, Devin. We're not going for it.
I know, but like, we don't know how these are gonna go. But no, I think DK would be the. I mean, like you said, the Patriots are in a rebuilding stage. I don't think they're gonna go after a Cooper Kupp or some of these older receivers. I think if they are gonna snag somebody, they're gonna snag somebody young or draft somebody or whatever.
All right,
DK could be that guy. You never know.
So Bleacher Report, they have. I just wanted to look at how they're valuing him in trade packages before we go to more teams. So they're saying he could be traded for a round 2 pick, round 4 pick, and a wide receiver. A round 3 pick, and a 2026 conditional pick.
So that's
A
a
round
round
1
third.
pick,
That's a 3 and a punter.
a round 1 pick, a round 1 pick, and a round 5, a round 1 pick, and a round 5. I mean, they're varying him pretty. Like I'm saying, like New England is probably looking forward to their next 4 first-round draft picks. They're
Over
probably
DK.
not giving one up for DK. Probably.
Yeah.
Compared to all, I mean, I'm just saying the market. There's so many wide receivers available right now, and DK. Like, remember,
You
some
don't
of
think
them are free
Vrabel wants a
agents.
guy like AJ Brown back though?
AJ Brown. What are you talking about?
I'm saying that Vrabel wants a guy like AJ Brown back. Maybe.
I don't think. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I think that before they look at the trade where they have to give up a first round pick for a wide receiver, they might look at the 4 or 5 great free agent wide receivers that are available.
Fair.
Especially if they're New England and they're, I think they're, I don't think they're, that's why they weren't in on T. Higgins. They're not trying to drop 30 mil. They're not trying to trade a first round pick. They're trying to slowly, rebuild this team. They're not obviously making the big move like Vegas and giving players biggest contracts in history. I mean, it's just, I think they're moving a little different than Vegas, and I don't know why. Maybe because Vegas, I mean, I don't know. They're in Vegas, so they're pressured to win.
Yes, they're pressured to win, so they went out and got Geno Smith. That makes a fuck ton of sense.
Oh, well, Pete Carroll makes plenty of sense. But Patriots, no.
Yeah,
I think the most obvious you said right in the beginning. We'll get to that. You said right in the beginning of this segment, I believe, the Chargers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a super easy. That's the most obvious one. Like, I'm sure the Chargers picked the phone up right away when DK requested a trade, and
immediately
wouldn't be surprised if first day of the draft, the Chargers trade for DK Metcalf. But like I said,
DK, I think the Chargers
Devontae Adams.
The Chargers are up on every receiver that's available.
And I'm making that move for DK before Devontae, probably Cooper Kupp. And see, here's the thing: they're gonna make a move because they released Gus Edwards and they released Joey Bosa.
They released Gus?
Yeah, they released Gus today.
I thought it was just Bosa.
Gus Edwards is a free agent. You want him?
Yes. Yes, please.
You do? Do you actually want Gus Edwards to Washington?
Why not?
Okay, all right. I'll make a call.
$7 million. I'll take this shit out of him.
All right.
Why not?
I wouldn't be mad at that.
No.
All right. Okay. Now the obvious win nows. He could get traded to Buffalo. He could get traded to Kansas City. Don't want to see him in Baltimore. I know I.
Why not?
But every single wide receiver, Devin, for the last 10 fucking years, that is, rumored to get traded, or he might do this, he might do that. The Ravens get brought up. And for years, I got excited. Remember when we thought D-Hop? Remember when we thought D-Hop was going to be a Raven? Remember when, it was Julio? Does Julio want to come? Remember when we thought Antonio Brown was going to go play with Baltimore?
Prime Julio. Oh, yes. Well, he wanted to play with his cousin.
Come on, bro. We thought it was going to be the Brown cousins together. Like, we thought all this shit. And every single time the Ravens, they let me down. They let Ravens fans down. Yeah. We don't get that superstar wide receiver. We get Odell and Des Bryant and Deshaun Jackson. We get these fuckers. The only old wide receiver we picked up that ball was fucking Steve Smith.
Yeah.
We got Nelson Aguilar. Hey, there you go. Like, I mean, I don't know. But and I think the Ravens are.
You don't want him? Or you don't think you don't want to get your hopes up? Is this a damaged situation, or is this like, I don't want him? Everybody wants DK, dude. You were hyping him up this year for the first time.
I think I might be too emotionally attached to make that decision, I guess.
Fair. I think he would fit.
I'm not.
perfect. I think he would fit so well. It wouldn't even be funny. I think Zay Flowers
Don't do
would
this
be
to
opened
me.
up so much. I think you
Don't do
you
this
would
to me,
have a dude
Devin.
over the top. You have a big dude.
Don't fucking do this to me, Devin. Don't make me
Plus
think
Isaiah
that.
Likely. Plus
Don't make me
Mac.
think. Stop it.
I won't.
Don't make me think I'm
I
gonna go
won't.
out here and end up with the greatest offense of all time in my face every Sunday.
I won't.
But I would like it. It'd be
That would be
cool.
dope.
It'd be cool. But I don't want it. I don't want it. Speaking shit in the non-existence, Devin.
Y'all don't need it for
The
sure.
Rams. We don't need it. And I think the Ravens are interested in their homegrown talent at the wide receiver position, and maybe they need to just let go of some of that pride. And that's kind of one of John Harbaugh's biggest problems is his ego, but whatever. We'll see how that pans out. We'll see, bro. There's so many wide receivers. I don't know what the Ravens are gonna do. But I think they could make a move. I'm not too sure. The other LA team, DK could go to the Rams. Especially, I mean, you want to give up Coop? You want to get rid of Coop? Give me Puka and DK. Give me Stafford throwing to Puka and DK.
Yeah.
I'll take that all day. I will take Puka and DK. If Cooper wants to go, Cooper wants to get traded, Cooper wants to bitch and complain in the locker room about getting shopped, or I don't know if I'll be here. Well, now you know. We're bringing DK.
You think they're trading
We'll send you to
in their own division?
I think if Seattle's in full tank rebuild mode, I don't think they care who they send him to. You know?
Yeah.
Like the Browns are always in this cloud. Like the Browns are in this weird cloud where they always think they're making like winning moves. So they think that they're a team that can win, right? So like to them, they're like, we can't trade Myles Garrett to an AFC North team. Like it would actually matter. Like it wouldn't matter. Like either way, they're going like the Browns are going to lose. So it's like I don't know if Seattle knows they're not winning games. They're getting rid of literally everybody. Fuck it. We'll trade you for Cooper, and we'll just let Cooper run with like Drew Lock or whoever's out there. I don't know. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know what
we'll make it work.
Damn, they really.
Who is out there now? No, Drew Lock's in New York. Who is in? I don't even know who's out there.
What a shame.
They're interested in Sam Darnold, but that's a whole other conversation.
Look at what they've done to old Mike McDonald out there. What a shame that is. Pete Carroll went up to the front office, said, "Here, take the keys to the team," and then they said, "You know what? Everybody's gone. Get rid of this mediocre team with a superstar." Is Tyler Lockett getting retired? Huh?
Probably. Yeah. Mike McDonald, not old. Excuse me. Mike McDonald is young. I think they got plenty of time to cook up something with him in the future. Pittsburgh. I mean, we bring Pittsburgh up in every wide receiver conversation. The only thing about them is, and that's another conversation for later in this episode, but they got to figure out their quarterback situation before they figure out, who to pair up with George Pickens. It's a dead horse that I continue to beat in the corner of this room, Devin. But George Pickens needs somebody to take that pressure off of him, and that offense is going to look crazy. DK could be that. I mean, and you want to talk about not trading your division. All right, we're going to send him to the other side of the country and just not worry about him at all. And it'll be simple as that. And then my only dark horse, which is weird, because, I mean, they're not a good team, but you said, like, putting a team on their back. It's like, all right, well, what team has, like, never been that good, has a quarterback that is good and could ball out with weapons, is in a poor division and probably only is a couple moves away from being contenders and winning their division? He could get traded to Jacksonville. Finally give Trevor, like, a serious, threat downfield to throw to. I mean,
that feels more like a death sentence for bro. I actually. All right, hold on, hear me out. Houston doesn't get Steph or Coop or anybody else. They got just Nico. Throw on DK.
Well, they traded for Kirk.
Christian Kirk?
They traded for Christian Kirk. I'm saying Jacksonville just traded Christian Kirk out of there.
Yeah, but
So I'm saying,
they were this close. No, they were this close to releasing Christian Kirk and then found a trade for him. Because the initial report was
okay.
we're gonna release him. So,
but I'm saying, do the Raiders make Raiders? What's up?
Jags. You said to the Jags.
But I'm saying, does Houston make that move for DK because does Houston make that move for Christian Kirk because they know they're probably not gonna get some big name? I mean, why make the move for Christian Kirk if you know you're gonna bring in some big guy, some big name?
It's pennies. It's a guy. It's a third.
I guess.
It's a vet.
I guess.
It's cheap.
But then what if you know? But to me, that could also say you're bringing Diggs back. So you're going
Maybe.
What? Tank. You're going Tank. Or who tore their knee up? I always
Tank tore his knee. It's Nico and Diggs.
So Nico, Diggs, and Kirk. I mean, CJ Stroud, if he is who we think he is, he can work with that.
Of course.
No.
I'm saying
I'm
saying without Stefan or without Cooper, then you can throw in a DK if you are able to get him.
But I just wouldn't mind the move to Jacksonville because, like, after this, there'd be no excuse for Trevor Lawrence. It's like, obviously, there'd be some more moves to make around, the team. And
but there is, unless they make full team moves and a good head coach move and their ownership sucks and the GM sucks and it's like, I think that's just throwing DK into a shit situation that even Trevor can't get out of regardless.
But you also have a terrible division. I mean, you should be able to win that division with that duo.
Yeah, but the Texans can win the division as well.
They can, but I don't know what type of moves they're gonna make. I really don't know.
No, neither do I. What's the Colts? So you go to the Colts and get the worst balls thrown to him and all.
You want to talk about a death sentence? You want to talk about a fucking death sentence? Come on, bro. I go play every game in the frozen tundra at 0 degrees, negative 32 degrees, if I don't got to catch balls from Anthony Richardson for a year. The fuck out of here.
Agreed.
I'm not doing that shit. I'll go risk tearing my ACL with the Giants. Bro, all right, I'm a Gator fan, but I'm not going to sit here and play stupid.
No,
I'm
not
going to sit here and play dumb. We all know what Anthony Richardson is, and we know what he isn't. He can change that. He can change that.
Yes, he can.
I'm just saying what he, that's the product that that's what, look,
that's what
I'm
he's
just
shown us.
Devin. I'm just the messenger, Devin. But if I had to guess a landing spot for DK, because I do think he will be traded. I don't think this is a situation where he might stay. I think he's out.
And when you talk like don't shoot the messenger or whatever, it reminds me of like how you're like, I don't give a fuck what Shams does, and I agree. I don't give a fuck what Shams or Schefter or Woj or what any of these guys do.
Oh, like how they're retiring?
Yeah. Woj Woj is selling his phones from his career. Look how cool it is. This is the phone that announced Braun to the Lakers.
Look, okay, is it stupid? Yes.
Yes.
But I did see that, like, I don't know, a bunch of the money's going to charity. It's not just for him to.
All right, never mind.
Richer.
All right, but what? What fucking
I was
charity?
the same way though. I was the same way though.
The
I was
LeBron
like,
James Foundation.
Stupid. But I guess I'll say charge. I'm gonna keep.
The info's going. I don't know. Whatever. We'll talk about that another day.
Yeah, I don't care about. That's the thing. I don't care about Woj's phones. I'd rather talk about hypothetical DK landing spots. But the only place that I'm gonna keep saying until they get a receiver is the Chargers. I mean,
Yeah.
the Chargers have to make a move at some point, and I think DK is obviously at the top of that list for now. And that's who I'm going to go with, the Chargers.
Releasing Bosa frees up cap space. Releasing
And
Gus
Gus.
frees up a decent amount of space, but yeah, I don't know. Doesn't seem super necessary unless they're looking at another running back. Maybe planning on getting like a late Cam Scatabo pickup or something. Which I can see them doing. Getting a white running back. Seems like the Harbaugh way.
I don't know.
Just kidding. I don't think I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. There's a few teams. Chargers are probably atop that. But
Okay. All right. Okay.
you
Well,
can
yeah.
go
I mean,
anywhere.
I'm going Chargers until they make a move for a receiver. All right. We discussed DK Metcalf, where he's gonna go. I mean, we can go in any direction. There's so many players and where they're gonna go and what they're gonna do. I think before we do that, I did see. Oh, it's kind of the same thing. Where they're gonna go? What are they gonna do? The Giants are interested in a quarterback, Devin.
Mm-hmm.
And that quarterback is interested in them.
I don't know who it is.
It's Aaron Rodgers. So
You said, when did this come out? Yesterday? Today?
yeah, about a day or two, or today. I don't know. It was very recent. It was very recent. Might have been Tuesday.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
this went from, and I guess I expected this a little bit, but it went from like Aaron having the cards, unlike President Zelensky. But Aaron had the cards 2 years ago, and then is now at the point where he is just asking for the Giants. Are we being serious?
Okay, so I'm glad you're on that side of history because
This is sad.
there's okay. Here's the thing. I know that Aaron Rodgers has drawn interest from other teams as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm punching the send him to Seattle if you want to keep DK button. If you don't want DK to leave, sign. If you're Seattle and you don't want DK to go anywhere, please.
I don't
go
think they
get
care at
Aaron
this
Rodgers.
point.
They might. We don't know.
But even for A-Rod, Seattle's a way better organization. They have a way better fucking setup already. The only person they don't have is fucking Dexter Lawrence.
It's also situational, you know. If the Niners didn't have Purdy on a contract year, they would be considering bringing Aaron Rodgers in.
Yeah.
Because you know they're making a big decision next offseason or during the season. Are they gonna is Purdy getting extended? Or are they going in a different
Honestly,
direction?
it should be this season that they're making that decision, but
it's like the Vikings, right? If the Vikings now, obviously, there's a lot of dominoes that fall with them, but think like if the Vikings aren't pondering on a first-round quarterback that they have, and it's just Sam Darnold, maybe they have interest in Aaron Rodgers. It's like I don't know. I don't want to say nobody has interest in Aaron Rodgers and you know he's just this sad like nobody wants to touch him. But
no, but Giants, it's like, but when you're looking at all these teams, yeah, but when you're looking at all these teams who want quarterbacks, some of them are looking for win now. A lot of them are looking for continued success, but some of these teams don't see that win now ability in A-Rod because of what happened with the Jets.
But there's no way the Giants think that they're going to be able to win now with this team and just add Aaron Rodgers to their roster, which also so funny because I know that I know Shador fans are crawling in anger right now. Just because, you know, I mean, I thought they were all in. I thought they were all in on Cam Ward or Shador. They were now they have interest in Aaron Rodgers. Now, here's the problem. If Aaron Rodgers does not want to win and just wants to simply play football next year.
Yeah.
Okay. Go to the Giants.
Yeah.
Because from
Yeah.
these are the reports. Ready? The Giants have interest in Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has interest in playing for the Giants. This was like think about like benefits or like things that you get from a team, like reasons somebody would want to go to a team like Devontae Adams, like he wants to go play in the West Coast, or just I can't
No, this is
I'm blank. I'm drawing a
this
blank
is
right now,
last
right?
minute. This is like the last 20 minutes that you're in a bar. Everyone's already said no. And you're kind of just reaching for the 80-year-old woman in the corner with no teeth.
But
Um,
what I'm saying is the top reason so far has been, well, the Giants are okay if Aaron Rodgers wants to continue his Tuesday Pat McAfee show appearance.
oh, for real?
Like that's been like there's nothing good about going to the Giants that's been the reason so far. It's like, well,
Except
the
for
Giants definitely
podcast
wouldn't.
leeway.
It's like they wouldn't care if he did like his show with Pat McAfee on Tuesdays. It's like, oh
No,
boy.
because it's a fucking publicity stunt that he's
Like I
going
mean,
to
if
the
you
Giants
this is I mean, Brian loses his job. Dabble loses his job if they make this move. They're gonna
immediately.
suck with Aaron Rodgers. I don't
Yeah.
care how much we think Aaron Rodgers can still ball out next year. He's going to suck with the Giants. The Giants have a worse O line. They gave up more sacks. Their defense is worse than the Jets in every single possible statistic category. I mean,
Yeah.
this team is god awful.
I don't even
There's a
know who
reason they're
they
picking
have.
what?
Who do they have offensively?
Malik Neighbors,
Oh, you're right.
and that's it. And that is it.
That's it.
Their team
If I
is
was the Giants,
swamped, Devin.
if I'm the Giants, I'm drafting a quarterback.
Like, you do understand we're talking about the team that's picking second in the draft. Like, they're going to sleep early the first night of the draft.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
they're making their pick at like 8:40, and then they're
Yes.
going to bed. They're not
Yes.
waiting. They're not waiting around for shit. Like, the
No.
Giants suck. If they make this move for Aaron Rodgers, I mean, it's a comfort move. It's, oh, you get to play in the same stadium, and we don't care if you do your podcast, and fuck it, you don't got to come to training camp. It's like, it's just shit
Well,
like that. It's like,
and they get Aaron in a Giants uniform. It's pretty big.
bro, look, maybe this is ignorance, but are the Giants even a draw anymore?
No.
Like they are if they were good, like
No, yeah,
like
sure.
even when the Knicks were trash, it's like the Knicks are always talked about. Like even when the Knicks were trash, it's
Well,
like every possible free agent you saw in a Knicks jersey Photoshop, like a Photoshop Knicks jersey. It's like, are they gonna go to the Garden? It's like,
They never got anything, really. Well, they got a few, but whatever. But I mean, I think there's a little bit more status that comes with the Knicks. The fact that they play in the Garden, that the fact that it's I don't know,
oh
it's
no, there
more
was
of
a
a thing.
status with the Giants. The Giants the Giants had draw. The Giants had pool. It was the Big Apple. They had New York pool, and now
But
it
because
seems
they're
like
so bad, it's gone.
But I'm saying even when the Knicks were dog shit,
Yeah.
they still had that New York pool. They still had the New York love. The Giants, it's like, I don't know. It's like people just slowly keep moving up north, and their blue and red is turning a little more of a Bills color. It's like, it's
For real.
just changing a little bit, or it's turning
Yeah.
green. I don't know. Either way, it's just the
Well,
Giants
I mean,
just don't seem like
I
that.
feel like more that Knicks hype, that Knicks-esque hype went to the Cowboys, no?
The Knicks or Giants?
Like the Knicks-esque type of hype was more of a Cowboys, or was that?
No, I
would
think
you
it's the
make
city,
them more like the
city
Lakers?
period.
Yeah.
No, I think it's the city
Okay.
period.
Just New York City.
Like
Gotcha.
LA, like the only reason the Chargers went back to LA is because they had, we're gonna milk whatever we can from LA. We just talked about teams that in the NBA, do they want to win or they want to make money? The Clippers,
Sure.
they literally are only about making money. It's like, let's go to LA where there's, the one of the biggest organizations ever play. We're going to put a stadium right next to them and we're just going to play there.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like, we're not going to make as much money if we go to Seattle. Like, it's just,
True.
It's a city thing. New York, Dallas, LA. Like, no, these places across the board, baseball, basketball, football, they're popping. They're a draw. I don't think the Giants are that anymore. I really don't.
No.
I think it's over for them. And this is an awful move. I hate this move. If this happens, I'm gonna be like, we're not like, it's not that it's that big of a deal, like, but it's like we're basically gonna forget about Aaron Rodgers, and he's gonna like retire as a bum.
Yeah, I mean, it is a shame that, like, for the amount that we shit on Brett Favre's late career moves, he made a NFC championship?
Yes, he did. He made an NFC championship
A-Rod,
on his third team.
Hasn't given us a damn thing. On his third team, on his last team.
Because he went Jets and then Vikings. So, I mean, it's
Jets,
just,
Vikings.
I don't know. Aaron Rodgers, if he goes, I really hope he doesn't go to the Giants. That's all I got to say about that. That's what I got to say. But the Raiders, Devin, we've been talking about them. We've been dropping little flakes, little hints about them all episode because, I mean, they've kind of been running this week. I mean, the Max Crosby contract. They make the move for Geno. Obviously, they've been talked about for what quarterback's going to go to the Raiders, and I hate to say it again.
Do you think
the
Geno move's a backup move?
No, they said they plan to extend him, resign, like they $40 to $45 million a year. Yeah, I didn't stutter. Oh, I stuttered a little bit, but I'm serious. But no, they.
So Geno's their guy.
Geno's their guy, and I hate to say it again, but I don't because I'm kind of a hater. But I think Shador fans are gonna be pissed about this, Devin. We're talking about the top two teams.
I think
the top two
Vegas
teams that want
fans are
Shador, bro. Over Shador.
There's the Browns
fuck
too.
Out of here, bro.
Wait.
Look, I know Geno ain't that guy. You said Vegas fans are gonna be pissed.
At Geno.
About what? No, I think they're happy they don't have to worry about Shador Sanders next year.
Really?
Really? Dude, look, okay.
No, but I'm not
really
saying that they have to go out and get Shador. I'm saying that maybe a young quarterback is the move. Over
this year?
Well, what are they going to do this year with Geno Smith?
Bro, they're just getting started with these moves. Because I was ready to come in here and smear that Max Crosby move. And I was like, well, y'all just sold your soul. Y'all ain't making a single move after this. Y'all just made him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Which I still think might hurt them in the long run. But they made a quarterback move, Devin. Look, as much as I've shit on Geno in the past, we watched Sam Darnold have one good regular season. If we're going to let him get a possibility to go start for the Raiders, we're going to let Geno Smith have the same fucking opportunity. Let's not be disrespectful. Let's talk relative. If we're saying that it's Geno or Sam Darnold or Shador Sanders or Justin Fields
or any other quarterback,
one guy that's like has actually won a playoff game. Has Geno won a playoff game with Seattle? I want to say he has. Now the fact that
whether
I can't
he
even
has
remember,
or he has not, I think it's a weird move for where this team is at. They're not in a position that they'll be ready in the next 2 years, and then even if they are ready in 2 years' time, they're gonna want to roll with Geno. It seems weird to me,
bro. But 2 weeks from now, if they make one of those moves at receiver to pair up with Brock, and next thing you know, they pair somebody else. They pair somebody else up on the other side, like Trey Trey Hendrickson requesting a trade out of Cincinnati, or Myles
True.
Garrett requesting a trade. They pair somebody else up on that side with Aiden Hutchinson, and they become, the best defensive line in the NFL. I'm just saying, Devin.
Max Crosby.
They are closer than you think to being a problem. I'm not gonna go out here and just call every team a contender.
9-win team.
I'm not gonna go out here and call every team a contender or playoff have like long playoff run hopes. But from where we thought they were, where it was they're gonna run with Shador and whoever, to now they're actually like making moves and I do believe.
But this is based off if they're able to continue to make moves. They don't continue to make moves, they got nothing.
If they don't continue to make moves, they got nothing. You're right. But now they also have that number 6 pick, and they don't have to worry about drafting a quarterback. They can get another piece. They can get another weapon. They can they can do a lot with that number 6 pick. They can trade that number 6 pick.
Abdul Carter
they can do a lot.
Abdul Carter.
They could do that. They could trade the pick. They could do so much. And Pete Carroll said he didn't want a grace period. And I think it's, motherfucker's too old to be sitting around waiting to build
70, whatever the fuck,
team. So 72, 73. He's pretty old. So, I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I really don't. Because it's, like I said, it's better than, less than what? Kirk Cousins?
I hate it less now that
what do
you've
you
talked about it, but.
Like, do you want him to pick up Kirk Cousins? Do you want them to go? You want him to run it back with Russ instead? You want to run it? You want Pete and Russ instead? Run it back. I mean,
No.
I don't care. I really don't. You want Justin Fields over there? Sure, whatever. I mean, I don't know. There's other teams interested in Justin Fields. So, I mean, the Raiders, obviously they got money to blow, money to spend, and they found who they're rocking with at quarterback, and it's not Shador Sanders.
There's only so many teams out there, so.
Yeah, but it's like,
when
you really think about it,
like
if you told me week 6 of like the college football season last year, that the 2 top teams that have been interested in Shador all year have now been making moves for Geno Smith and possibly Aaron Rodgers.
Says something.
I'd be laughing my fucking ass off. I mean,
it also says that I think him not doing anything during the combine was probably not the best move.
Yeah,
he wanted to wait till his pro day. So.
And you said Raider fans would get angry. It's like, I think there is honestly a slim group of Shador fans, and if you spreaded them out to which fans, like what NFL team they rooted for, it would thin out even more. Like the amount of Raiders fans.
It would probably be it's all Cowboys fans.
Like there might be 15 Raiders fans that were like, we need Shador. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how many Giants fans are like.
They're high off coke, fucking. Sticking their finger in some weird thing. Yeah, they're not in casinos at 2 a.m. Like, here's a move, we get Shador, okay? Like they're not doing that. That's a coke move.
I don't. That is a coke move. Like that is a let's trade Luka for Anthony.
Yo, what
Davis.
if we fucking got rid of our best player for some big dumb stinky dope who gets injured every week?
All right. But someone else that got released that I did not expect this person to get released, but Joey Bosa.
I didn't think
Joey Bosa gets released from the Chargers, and I guess the only thing I can ask you is, where is this man going to play next season? Because this ain't a trade situation. This ain't nothing but this man is a free agent. I have y'all on the list. I have Washington on the list, Devin. I have Washington on the list, and I got to ask you, how serious are you about that move?
I definitely wouldn't mind it at all. We got to give up either Deron Payne or Jonathan Allen, maybe both.
Well, y'all are cutting.
Deron Payne, I think, is...
Y'all already...
Did we
Y'all already
cut
came out and
Jonathan
said
Allen
you're
already?
cutting Jonathan Allen. Yeah,
Okay, then
yeah.
we're cutting Jonathan Allen.
Mhm.
Payne, we still might get rid of. I think he's our biggest cap hit. So, we need someone on the
Make the
line.
move.
We need multiple guys on our line. Bosa could be one of them.
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at it. Now, if he wanted to play with his brother, wouldn't be that big of a move just to go up to San Fran, line up on the other side of bro. Now, a couple years ago,
That would create like
money.
a racism like colossal fucking universe
Just
twist.
a MAGA just the MAGA edge.
For real. It would,
But
yeah.
I think
It would
a
create the
couple
MAGA
a
shield.
couple a couple years ago, this would be a crazy move. You got both Bosa brothers on the same defensive line, especially for that San Francisco team. Now, I I don't know. I think that kind of be a waste of time, especially if Joey Bosa's trying to go somewhere to win. You want to just go play with your brother? Okay, you can
Go
go
play.
there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But I don't think that's it. Now I saw these two teams obviously to pair up. If we want to keep talking about pairing them up with somebody, he could go pair it with Aiden Hutchinson in Detroit. Wouldn't that would make Detroit because we're sitting here talking about, at least not we, but I kind of feel like Detroit, like their window isn't closed, but it was as open as it was ever going to be last year, and I think it's starting to close now. Like it was opening. It opened up as wide as possible last year, and now it's starting to drop back down.
Well,
And
it
if they get,
was 2 years ago. It was pretty wide open. It got a little bit bigger last year.
I don't know, I'd say two
And now,
years ago
yeah,
it was opening. It was opening, and then the
yeah, it
year,
was, but it was still. I mean, they were in the NFC Championship.
yeah, well, not 3 years ago. But okay,
2 years ago.
the season before last. Okay, the season before last.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was open. It was like, oh shit. And then last season, it was all
it
right.
peaked.
Y'all are Super Bowl favorites. Um,
Yes,
but if they throw somebody like Bosa on the other side with Hutchinson, I mean, that definitely keeps the window open a little bit longer.
Dallas.
Um,
Dallas is serious about doing something. No
I
one
mean,
Jerry Jones would love more than a Bosa brother, you know.
bro, I don't want to see. I look, I'm not a Dallas hater, but I'm so tired of the superstar to Dallas thing, and just like it's like I don't even know if Micah wants to be a Cowboy. I'm not sure if I I I think like CD's like, damn, I'm getting an absolute bag. Like I don't care how many games we win.
They're
Dak
all getting
Prescott, you think
bags.
Dak Prescott? I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like the guys that are there that are their stars. It's like if they weren't, I don't know. No, I don't want him to go to
But
Dallas. I don't.
if we're being honest, Joey's an older star. He's not the Joey Bosa anymore.
Yeah. But then they'd probably overpay him, and
Yeah,
I mean
you're right. And
Chargers said they were saving
fuck up the market.
said they were saving $25 million from cutting him. So I mean he's gonna get a bag next season. We know he is.
Well, it's gonna be less than 25.
You could pair him up with Max Crosby.
Yeah.
Talk about Vegas moves. I mean, you could easily pair him up with Max Crosby. You could send him this, or not send him, but he could go link up in Cincinnati if Trey Hendrickson really wants out. He wants to go, or maybe that makes him that.
Or
inclines
maybe
him,
that's a push to make him stay.
I mean, unless it's like a money thing, maybe he wants to stay,
Yeah.
and he's like, because that would make that defense even better. And obviously, they need to make moves to make that fucking defense better. So a pass rusher like Bosa would definitely not mind that. If I was a Bengals fan, Philly, hear me out.
We're not letting that. That's a trade veto. That's a veto.
Well, I mean, it's a free agency
That's
move,
a
so I mean, it's
pickup
not.
veto. It's not
So
happening. You're not
Brandon
getting them.
Graham,
Sorry, pal.
Brandon Graham's probably going to retire. Josh Sweat is a free agent. They could go after Joey Bosa.
Maybe.
They could definitely. And I mean, God, I know it would suck, and I know we would have to hear it from those fans, but it would make that defense even better. I mean, it would just they would be scary.
No,
it would be a move.
And the Philly move
The
makes sense
easiest,
for him. So
Yeah, and I mean, if bro wants to win right now, go make the Super Bowl champs have a better defense.
Yeah,
There you go, and
yeah,
and there's your best chance to win now. The easiest transition, um, Rams need a defense.
true,
I mean, we're talking about Aaron
true.
Rodgers staying in the same city, staying in the same apartment that Devontae Adams hides in. We could
Well,
just
you know
have
what? You know where he's hiding.
yeah, but I mean, it's always funny to go back to that clip,
No, he's
when
under his
Aaron's like
covers, dude.
Aaron, and
He's
then he
under his
pops out behind
blankets.
him. He pops
Yeah,
out
yeah.
behind Aaron Rodgers, and he's hey, you know
He's
where
like,
I'm
"What's
going?
up?
I'm going to the Jets.
I've been here for about 4 weeks, just sitting in his room, just hanging out together."
But
Fucking weird,
if you
man.
just look at the
But they
Rams
they
and the
did that like it
identity,
was like holy shit, and I was like, man, you
oh,
guys stink.
that
Clearly,
was the Super Bowl move.
yeah, they're
That was
back.
it.
Yeah,
But no, fuck that. He ain't going over there. I will say, easiest transition. The Rams. If you just look at the identity of the Rams, and they're keeping Stafford, so obviously they want to continue to win with the time they have left with Stafford. Their 2 Super Bowl appearances, win and loss in these past years. They had a great defense. I
yeah.
mean, if they want a
Well,
chance of going back,
better. Yeah.
and they can obviously they can win this NFC West again. I mean, it's
Yes.
they can go and win this, or not again. Excuse me. Who won the NFC West? The Rams won the NFC West. I'm playing. For some reason, I thought of the Fires, and they played in Arizona, and I was like, who the fuck had the home team? But no, they can win the NFC West again. Especially if they add somebody like Bosa to that defensive line. I mean, obviously, we're not gonna sit here and pretend like we praised Aaron Donald as much as everybody else, but I mean, their defense has fallen off. That's just what it
Well,
is.
that's the problem with Aaron Donald is like he is good, but when you start to talk about him like he is the for sure #1 defensive player of all time, that's when we can have negative conversations about Aaron Donald. But if we're
Yeah,
talking as a
it's like
fucking
when yeah,
if we're talking as an interior D lineman, he's a good one. He's a great one. But
yeah.
quit comparing him to the
It,
greats and talking about
like
him over the greats so easily.
I wish we could just talk about like how much impact he had on the defense, like as a defensive player,
Yes.
instead of just like he's fucking better than Michael Strahan and JJ
LT
Watt and LT. Like he just smokes
and Ray
everybody
Lewis
on. I
and
mean, just
every defensive
everybody.
player of all time.
It's not it.
That's when it gets too
But
much.
Joey Bosa. I mean, we don't have to predict every single landing spot for all these players, but if I had to throw one in there, I don't really know what his goals are, but I'm always gonna assume the first one is winning,
Win.
unless it's like they're obviously like I'm not getting paid enough. I need to go get paid. Then it's like, all right, well, obviously you just want a bag.
I
Joey
don't think
Bosa
he
wants to
wants
win right
just a
now.
bag.
No, go ahead. I'm just talking out loud, thinking. But go ahead.
You know, I don't think he wanted just a bag. I think for this Chargers team to move forward, they had to cut some money, which hopefully means that they're going to make some real moves out here. But I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
mind getting him, making him a Redskin. But
Washington making that move. I mean, that's a move, and I
I mean,
like
it's
it,
not a game changer for us, but it's a making our defense more solid.
bro. It's what you need.
Yeah, you're right.
I
Yeah,
think
you're
he
right.
has a more. I think he has a bigger impact on the defense than Debo does in your offense. If you made that move,
Ooh, take. Uh, I'll get back to you. Depends on who we keep and who we get rid of, and how he plays, and how Debo plays, and how well Debo stays healthy.
but I think the obvious out of all these, you want to win now. You go line up on the other side of the line across from Aiden Hutchinson, and you go play in Detroit. And what?
Sure,
Where are the Bosa's? Where are the Bosa brothers from? Aren't they
somewhere
from?
up there, no?
Where are they from? Where they from? Am I tripping?
Are
I
they
must
from
be tripping.
Cali? I think they're from
Are they
Cali.
Cali boys?
Wait, where'd they go to school?
Are they Cali? Joey
One
Bosa,
of them,
Fort Lauderdale,
they went
Florida.
to OSU. Did they go to OSU?
Okay, okay. I see. I don't know why I thought they were like north, mid or like just up there. I guess they're not.
Nah.
This says Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and shit. Yeah, I don't know. Never mind. I take all that back.
You
But
would
Detroit
think
though, I
Nick
still
Bosa
like the
would be
move.
exposed to people with different colored skin.
What do you mean? Oh, well, no, Nick Bosa. I mean, here's the thing though. I mean, it's not a genetic thing. Maybe Joey Bosa is just the bad brother, or Nick
No, I
Bosa
think it's
is just
Nick
the bad
Bosa that's
brother.
the bad one. I think
That's
it's
what I
Nick.
meant. Nick Bosa. Maybe he's just the bad guy,
But then there was
and
that. Then there
Joey's
was that.
cool.
Then there was that Joey Bosa flip out with the White Claw thing, whatever the fuck that was a few years ago. I think it was the NFC Championship, the
What did he
playoffs.
do?
I don't know. He was
What?
just yelling
Oh
at
no!
fans
What did Joey
for some
Bosa
reason.
do?
I think he said
Oh no!
the
No,
F
he
word.
didn't. No, don't tell me. Oh, that's not. I
No.
mean,
I'm
if we're
putting
talking, I
stuff
mean,
on people. No, but
yeah,
he
you're
was
putting stuff
walking
on
into the
people.
gate. I was putting stuff on people. Not Nick Bosa. That was valid. But no, he was walking into the gate, and I think Eagles fans were yelling at him because he was wearing 49ers gear for the NFC Championship game 2 years ago. I don't know what was said. Something
Okay,
bad.
okay. You're
I can't
thinking.
remember.
You just thought of Jason Kelsey. You thought of Jason Kelsey when you said
I did.
with
I
the
did.
other
I did.
stuff you were
I did.
trying to put
I did.
on. You were trying to
Kelsey
put
did
on,
say that.
bro.
Yes,
You were thinking of
and
Jason Kelsey.
he got nothing for it too.
Okay.
No, it was a rebuttal, but I keep trying. Yeah, that's my bad.
Pittsburgh
Sorry, guys.
Steelers, Devin. You're good. You're good. There's been a lot of reports about the Pittsburgh Steelers in the past few days. They've been flipping back and forth. I'm not gonna lie. At first, it was Justin Fields or Russell Wilson, and then I think a day or two ago, I believe it was they're leaning towards Justin Fields. And I was ready to come on
Really?
here and have a full on. I was ready to come on here and have a full on conversation about them deciding to go the Justin Fields route and ask, what does that say about Russ and what does that mean their plans are in the future and is that even a smart move? And then it comes out today that they're expected to explore the free agency market, for the quarterback position. So I have
I
absolutely
told you.
no clue what the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to do. Would you tell me?
I said it's not. It's not going to be. If it was me, I wouldn't stay with Russ.
Yeah, I mean,
I
obviously not.
wouldn't.
But then, but it came out they were leaning towards Justin Fields.
Which
How do you feel
is.
hearing that?
I don't like that at all. Well, clearly, I don't know. I mean, what we've seen from Fields, what we saw from him as a Bear, was kind of just fear football. He's able to get open. I mean, he's able to create plays and create runs and shit. But when it comes to like keeping a game going with your arm, doesn't really happen often. Especially like he had a few games early in the season. Yes, everyone knows he won those games. They had a winning record, but look at his stats. He wasn't really truly impacting those games like that. And it is the
Mm.
Steelers that can win with a bag of peanuts. But yeah, if I
Well,
was
and
them,
I think
I would if the free agency market is interesting, I would give Aaron a call. I would give a few other guys a call.
But if they're so interested or so, you know, if they are so dedicated to keeping Mike Tomlin's reputation alive and, his winning reputation, I don't think they'd go with such an experiment. I don't know why I enunciated or pronounced it like that, but I don't think they'd go with someone so experimental like Justin Fields.
Yeah, no,
It's like I think they, last year was we're gonna rock out with you till Russ is ready, and it really didn't matter how many games you were gonna win, or even if it was a 50-50 with the fans and we didn't know who we didn't know who they would have rooted for, moving forward. But I think Russ I don't let's see, I don't think Russ did enough to earn the starting position at quarterback for the Steelers next season. but I think he did enough to make sure he doesn't get leaped by Justin Fields.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I don't think Justin did really much to keep his name in that conversation, at least for this team. Maybe other teams, but to me, it seems like a bit of a waste of time to try to make something work with Justin when you can still have Russ and maybe bring on a free agent or draft somebody or whatever. But
I don't know. I think if you keep Russ though, they're starting him. They're not bringing on Russ to
that's true.
possibly. I mean, if they keep him,
That's
they're
true. Well,
keeping him for a
would
reason.
you, if you did test the free agency market, would you bounce Russ and keep Fields?
If I wasn't testing the free agency market,
No, if you were.
and it's between Russ and Justin, I mean, if I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'm probably bringing back the quarterback that got me to the playoffs. No matter how impactful you truly think he was, you can say it about Russell Wilson. He got them to the playoffs. So I would have to go with him. I mean, I cannot test my luck and risk going with a guy who's never. I mean, okay, yeah, he did his shit with the Bears, but I mean, this is not somebody that is, really used to playing a lot of football
No.
and playing full seasons and taking on the pressure as a starting quarterback for the Steelers and I mean, you already got beat out for Russ last year and you probably played your best football.
Yeah.
Nah, I got to go with
No.
Russ. But if I'm going free agency period, look, I'm a Ravens fan, Devin, but I will never let that bias get in the way of what the NFL can do or what other NFL teams could do and how busy they could really get in this free agency market. Because I was just talking about a couple episodes ago, they can go with Aaron and they could maybe call up Devontae. But Devin, the Steelers right now, they could call up Aaron. They could call up Seattle and trade for DK and pair him up for George Pickens. They could call up Bosa and say, bro, how are you doing? You want to play across the line with TJ? I mean,
TJ,
they
yeah.
can make so many moves. The Steelers have absolutely no excuse to have a dominant team next year. And whether that's nobody wanted to come play for them, fuck it, that's on y'all. Whether y'all didn't make the right moves, that's on y'all. But there is absolutely no reason with the pool of players and the draw that the Pittsburgh Steelers have and have always had. There's no excuse for them not to have a legit dominant team next season.
For real?
There's no reason. They should be contending for the AFC North. They should be bouncing any other team out. If they were in any other division in the AFC, they should be at the top of it. They should be dominant next year. If they make some dumbass move where it's Justin Fields and just George Pickens and we're going to trade for Cooper Kupp. Oh, it's like, what? I don't understand. I get that Saquon just fucked the running back market up, so I don't know how they're going to do with Najee and re-signing him and everything, but hey, like I said, that's going to be on them. If they fuck up and fumble Najee and he walks, hey, that's on y'all. Y'all have absolutely no excuse to have a dominant squad next year.
True.
Justin Fields, though, I did see literally right before the pod. And I mean, as a Ravens fan, I would love for everything I just said to never come true. But as a football fan, as a fan of football,
they have the potential
as just a
to do
sports
so,
fan, I mean, just speaking hypothetical situations, that team can be dangerous. And I mean, an hour before the pod, the Jets, they have interest in Justin Fields. And you know what? Let Justin Fields go have a guaranteed starting spot on another shitty team. Because let's be real, everybody's still to this day is like, Chicago backdoored his ass. I mean,
of course,
there's no there was really no reason.
Well, no, they gave him nothing.
Yeah,
the whole time he was there.
Nothing.
They bring on shit dick poopy butt and give him everything, and he still does nothing. Caleb. But yeah, I mean, they had the resources to give all of that to Justin and allow him to progress as a quarterback.
I mean, Yeah, I knew you were talking about Caleb, but I mean,
Okay.
send Fields, let Fields walk to New York and let him just let him get reps in the National Football League for a full
Yes.
year, a full season, play full games, not worry about a receiver breathe or another quarterback breathing down his neck to take his spot. Just see what he can do. Just let him. I'd rather let him. Just get. I don't know. Just I can't think of the word, but just go work on your game. Go to New York. I mean, if Justin Fields is the
Develop.
starting quarterback, yes, thank you. Just go develop some more. And I know maybe the New York Jets isn't the best place to go develop, but they got their new head coach. They got a new system going on over there. Maybe it's more positive than we think. I don't know, but if I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers, I have absolutely no excuse to have a dominant team next year. Devin, Seattle Seahawks, another team that has absolutely no clue what they're doing with their quarterbacks, or what they're going to do. Seattle has absolutely no clue who is going to be their starting quarterback for next season. They traded away Geno. DK doesn't want to be there. So the first thing I ask you is, who do they get if they want to tank? Oh, no, actually, I'm going to ask them all right now. Who do they get if they're tanking? Who do they get if they're tanking? And what quarterback would be appealing enough to make DK want to stay?
There's not many that are going to make DK want to stay. I think Aaron. Uh, I don't even know if the best rookie could in in this class at least.
Okay. Okay. So apparently
And if they're
Sam's.
tanking, they can use anybody. I mean, they don't have any. They have like even if they do get a good quarterback, they can still tank with that motherfucker because they ain't got nothing else.
Sam Darnold
Oh,
is
they
their
do
top.
still have Kenneth Walker, which sucks. They got to get rid of him.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They got
That's
fucking
so dumb.
pieces.
What the fuck are we doing?
Sam Darnold is a top contender.
Yes.
They have interest in Sam Darnold, and I'm not gonna lie. As the time goes on, as the days pass, does it not seem like the Sam Darnold hype is just dying right in front of us? Like we are just watching it just.
Well, I think it was fairly dead for most of the year, but it was just covered. Now, like
No. It had a pause.
everyone,
It had a pause for sure.
it did, but everyone was like, "Hey, wait till fucking week 14. Wait till week 15. Wait till week 16. Wait till week 17. Wait till week 18."
Yeah, but
Sure,
we.
it comes in the playoffs, but even then, everyone still understood that it's Sam Darnold, and there's a ceiling to what he can do for a team. So I don't think he's gonna stay with the Vikings. I think they're gonna run with JJ or somebody else.
But JJ hasn't taken a snap,
I know.
and the Vikings are like, I mean, we might bring Sam back. I mean, like, maybe.
But I don't think Sam would be bad with a different organization.
I think Sam
But it wouldn't be the same. He doesn't have the best receiver in the league.
getting $30 million to go play in Seattle. I mean, I don't know. I don't know I don't know who loses. They both lose in that situation. Like I don't know who the loser is in that deal. I mean, you get a guy
Right.
who's not. I mean, Sam Darnold's not proven. I'm not gonna sit. I can't sit here and pretend like he was proven because he played a really good regular season. I one really good regular season. I can't do
With
it.
Justin Jefferson
I really
and
can't
Kevin O'Connell.
pretend like Aaron Rodgers isn't still, because that's the thing. You got one quarterback who had one really good regular season. You got one quarterback who had one really bad regular season. Now let's look at the other seasons these other quarterbacks had. I'm
Four
going with Aaron
MVPs,
fucking
a Super
Rodgers.
Bowl.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's super obvious who the best option is for Seattle. And if you want to
You
talk
think
about
you
what?
think the Vikings are going to complete the Favre Rodgers
No, because
trifecta?
they believe in JJ. He's their fucking guy. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know shit
Well,
about
they
JJ.
well they believed in JJ before he got hurt.
But my thing is, bro, there's 32 guys right now who deserve a chance to start over some guy that's never taken a snap in the league. And the fact that just because they drafted him
What about
means
rookies? What about rookies this year?
Rookies coming into the NFL?
Yeah.
Rookies coming to the draft? I think there's 32 guys in the NFL right now that deserve a chance to start over J.J. McCarthy, a guy that's never been able to take a snap in the NFL. So, yes, that would include Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders next season.
But what about last year?
What do you mean, what about last year?
Caleb and Jaden and Drake May and...
But the same thing I said, like, okay, we were talking about Geno and who? Oh, Geno and Sam Darnold? Like, it was Geno and Sam Darnold. I was like, all right, like, in reality, you're like, what is Geno? Why does Geno deserve a chance? It's like, well, if we're talking about him or Sam, well, let's talk about it. If he wasn't expecting this big-ass bag, I mean, him getting a chance to play next season over J.J. McCarthy, pretty understandable.
Yes.
Like, look, we drafted you. You tore your knee up. This guy got us however many wins and 14 fucking. How many wins do they have? 14.
14 wins. 14-3.
14 wins, and we made it to the playoffs. We're gonna run with him. I don't like. That's not the craziest thing to me. You know, sometimes people just don't get their chance. I mean, Trey Lance. Have we seen bro play? Have we seen that man?
True.
Like, I'm just saying, like, there's people who don't get a chance. And if you want to talk about somebody that you could pick up if you're gonna waste your time and tank, pick up a Trey Lance. Pick up a Justin Fields. You want to talk about, because like I said about the Jets, let Justin Fields go to Seattle and just develop. I mean, fuck it. Why not? If we have no plans to win, absolutely none. I mean, why not just get some guy who doesn't have...
What was that hand motion you did? No. I thought you did
that
one-handed.
Right that right there? No. Double-handed. But I'm just saying it's I don't understand the Sam Darnold hype when Aaron Rodgers is in your fucking face. If you want DK to stay, you want Seattle fans to buy into a winning season next year, I think even Seattle fans know it's like, all right, Sam Darnold is not coming here and we're letting DK walk and we're going to win football games next season? Yeah, we're going to pay to sit in the fucking rain in Seattle and watch Sam Darnold play with nobody. We're going to do that. Yeah.
Kenneth Walker.
We're going to do... No, they're going to... It's going to be...
Zachary Charbonnet. Kenneth Walker will be gone.
These fuckers are getting close to pulling a Supersonics because there's going to be no reason to stay in Seattle soon if they keep moving like this. So go ahead. Get Sam Darnold. See how many fans show up in that rainy-ass city to sit in that stadium. See how loud it is. See how loud the 12th man is for Seattle next year if they go pick up Sam Darnold over Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I think the drugs have quieted them down a little bit. They're not really on uppers.
Oh, bullshit. The year weed was legalized, they were the 12th man. It was the Legion of Boom. It was the Super Bowl.
Not weed drugs.
What are you talking about?
The fent.
Crack?
They all got that lean. They got the fent lean, bro.
Okay, yeah, I mean, they are lean. But everybody, look, if that's the thing, though, then we could say the same thing about fans in Baltimore. Obviously, it's not the fent leaners outside the stadium that are giving this damn team money. I mean, it's other people coming in to watch the game. But I'm saying, you think any motherfucker that can afford a ticket...
We got a good bit of crack around here, though. I think got some rowdy cracks.
A lot. There's a lot of shit going on in Baltimore. I'm just saying, anybody that has money to go watch a Seattle Seahawks game is not going to do that if it's Sam Darnold throwing it to fucking... I don't even know who.
I have no idea.
Juju Smith-Schuster? I mean, who are they going to pick up? I don't fucking know. I have no clue. It'd be an awful move. I don't like it. Don't do it. Pick up Aaron Rodgers. Let me see a season of Aaron Rodgers actually having a chance to win and not playing for the fucking Giants. That's what I would want to see.
Yeah, no, I mean, if he is going to go anywhere and not retire, I'd like to see him not go to the Giants.
All right. NBA. And I'm at a crossroads. I have a problem, Devin. With this
Do you need to go to the crossroads?
No. I'm good right here. But my problem is, I want to say ever since, we've been doing this podcast, I do this thing with this particular NBA team, and it seems to never pan out the way that I expect it to or think it will. I buy into the Lakers.
Yes.
Now this year, especially after the trade, I was like, all right, okay. Obviously, this is the heist of the century, but I don't know how this team or this specific lineup is going to do when it comes down to the playoffs. Now, I also didn't expect them to click this well, this fast. I didn't expect them to jump up to the second seed. I didn't expect Luka since his debut to average 28, 8, and 8, and LeBron to average 28, 6, and 9.7. I mean, they're balling. I was questioning what they're gonna do with the bigs, and do I have some type of worry with, all right? Because here's the thing: you got guys like Rui, right? Rui can go in there and get you 12 boards. He can be a force, defensively. But then he can also give you 36 minutes with zeros across the stat sheet.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So if you are him or Jackson Hayes and you are not really doing much but being a defensive force and getting as many boards as you can and getting in as many people's way as you can, say you're in a 7-game series with Denver.
Mm-hmm.
That worries me. Like, I think LeBron's gonna get his. I think Luka's gonna be able to get his. They'll be able to get their shit off. I like what Reeves is. I like what Reeves is able to do. I like what Dorian Finney-Smith. He's been able to he's been mixed in well. I like what I've seen from him. I'm just worried about the dominance from those bigs.
Yeah.
But the other problem is, I'm like that close to buying in again. That close to buying in again. Because
I'm fairly close.
What is I'm more the problem is it's like and I don't know if this says more about OKC, but I'm more worried about them playing Denver than OKC in the playoffs. Mind you, OKC is number 1. I'm more worried about them playing the 3rd seed than the 1 seed. And I don't know if I'm just stupid, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just, would I rather have a big, a super young core in the playoffs and have Luka and LeBron on the other side? Fuck it. I'll have anybody out
Jokic
there.
And an experienced fucking finals winning team.
MVP Jokic, and it's what? Rui's going to have to match Michael Porter Jr. at the 4 and whatever he's doing. It's just not. It might get scary.
And Luka's going to have to guard. I was going to say Jamal Murray, but probably not.
Shit. Someone's going to have to guard him.
But he's going to have to guard somebody.
Somebody's going to have to guard Jamal Murray.
Somebody's going to be open.
You break it down. What? So Jackson Hayes and or Rui worrying about Jokic and Michael Porter Jr. You got Aaron fucking Gordon, and then you got to worry about so Jamal, and then Reeves and Braun. You just got the 2 white guys in the corner battling. There's going to be problems. There's going to be mismatch. Now, obviously, you're going to be able to say the same thing for the Lakers, but I'm super close to buying in. We're in the final stretch of the regular season.
How deep of a buy-in? You mean like finals buy-in?
So I said,
this team works.
I wish I could run back the tape. I could, but I'm not. I want to say I said I'd be surprised if they made it past the second round. That was my.
I think that's what you said.
That was my initial statement. Now I could have said I would have been surprised if they made it to the second round. Now, if they're sitting at the 2, right now they're sitting at the 2 seed. If we pulled up the
40
standings,
and 20 or something.
If they finish right now, so who are we looking at them matching up in the playoffs? If we go to the NBA standings, pull them up. I wish we had a Jamie to pull it up for us, but okay. So what? They'd be matched up with. Say they win the play-ins, they'd be playing Minnesota. I like it. And then, the next scary team up against, Golden State. I like it. They're right now, they're running with a weird lineup with Draymond at the fucking 5 and all that. It's just not Golden. Golden State's hot right now. And
They're hot, but
and I'm not doubting them, but
if it was a 7-game series,
but then we're looking
taking the Lake Show.
We're looking Houston at 5, Memphis at 4.
Houston ain't scary.
Memphis at 4, bro.
Memphis ain't scary.
I'm worried about Denver, and that's about it. I'm sorry. I get it.
Maybe if
OKC.
Phoenix can get their shit together, but
OKC
I
is
don't
the.
see that happening.
I hate to say it, bro. And people could call me stupid, and this could be the worst take of all time in 2 months. But I think at least for this year, OKC is just the West Cleveland. You know,
I think so.
they're gonna win a lot of games. They're gonna look really good all regular season, and they're gonna get their asses busted in the playoffs. Heck,
I
who
mean,
knows? Do they beat everybody and make it to the finals? Maybe, but I don't see that happening.
no, I mean, I think it's just a matter of where second or third round probably. I don't think they're a first round exit. I think they'll be all right.
Dalton,
But
fucking, I was talking about people and what they're how they're just other people besides Luka and LeBron. I mean Dalton, he's looking more and more confident shooting from the three, especially
after
getting traded and still pulling like what 8? He pulled like 8 threes in the Garden the other night. I mean, like he's not afraid to pull that shit. So I do like it.
Shit, think about it when they get Bronny up, dude. Fucking over, dude.
Either way.
You see what Bron had to say to Stephen A? Just started yelling at him.
Did I miss that?
Probably.
I must have missed that. What
I think it was right before their last game, the Lakers' last game. Bron goes up to Stephen A on the bench. I guess it was at MSG.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know who they played by.
Had to have been.
Had to have been. It was
last night?
Stephen A. Yeah. And like before the game, Bron had some stern words for Stephen A. apparently about Bronny.
Bro, if my kid makes it,
I think Stephen A. was just like, yeah, Bron's just taking up for his kid or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Bro, I would be the world's biggest hypocrite if I had something to say. Like if my kid makes it to the league, and I'm like, don't talk about him that way.
For real.
It's like I'm just at my house talking about these athletes. It's like,
exactly.
LeBron, shut the fuck up. Like you force the man on your team.
Yes.
You gotta understand.
You force him into the league and onto your team.
Mind you, you were just sitting there, I wouldn't want to be the face of the league if I was Ant either, because they just shit on everybody. It's like, bro, for the last 2 decades how this shit goes. To sit here and think that, pressing Stephen A is going to make him not do his fucking job? Bro's going to show up and say whatever.
To me, it seemed like a show. It seemed like a stage bullshit.
Stephen A ain't biting his fucking tongue for Bron, bro. He's going to go out there and say whatever he wants about Bronny. If Bronny keeps getting unprecedented hype, he's going to say something about it.
Sure.
Period. I mean, that is what it is. No matter how.
His job.
I'll defend Bronny when it comes to just being like, fuck him. It's like, all right, well, I mean.
Sure.
Or people just shitting on the whole, like, oh, LeBron wants to play with his son. I mean, like, it's cool. It's cool that he has this opportunity and he's able to have this experience. But if we're going to be able to accept him as an NBA player, we got to talk about him like an NBA player.
NBA player, yeah.
So
not like LeBron's little pity son.
Yeah, we can't, this isn't LiAngelo Ball. We're not just going to, support his shitty rap song. It's like, no, he's in the NBA, and we have somewhat of an expectation from him if we're going to put him in games.
Agreed.
But that's what I got to say about the Lakers. Devin, do you want to guess some athletes?
Yes, please.
All right. I got some athletes for you. I got some facts. Now, last episode.
I'm going to win.
Last episode, I was a little hot. You got it. You got one early. You got one real early. I think it was the Aaron Rodgers
did, and
one.
Then you fucked me.
I got a little hot. I was like, all right, bet. Devin thinks he's smart. Let's see how smart he is. Devin, this first player, he is a 5-time Pro Bowler. He has led the NFL in receptions 3 different seasons, all in the 21st century. He's played for 5 teams. Nice.
Thank you.
He set the NCAA record for total punt return yards.
You said led the league in receptions? Three
Led the
times?
league in receptions 3 different seasons, all in
For
21st
five
century.
different teams.
5 different teams, 5-time
5
Pro
Pro Bowl.
Bowler. Want the fifth?
Most punt return yards.
Most total punt return yards in NCAA history. Stands today still, I believe.
Okay. Plus, uno más.
He has the second most receiving yards by an undrafted receiver ever.
Undrafted, eh?
Second most receiving yards by an undrafted receiver all time.
I mean, this is probably wrong, but it was one of my first thoughts. Steve Smith.
No.
Okay, good.
5
That was just
teams.
No, and that was the one that led me in the other direction. But 5 teams is nuts. Oh, that's a name. Probably not that name. I don't know if he played for 5.
Say it.
Brandon Marshall.
No. 5 Pro Bowls.
Brandon Marshall did not have a Pro Bowl.
5 Pro Bowls. Led the NFL.
All right, 21st century.
Second most receiving yards by an undrafted receiver. He set the NCAA with most total punt return yards. Second most receiving yards by an undrafted receiver, and he also led the league in receptions 3 times.
Jordy?
No.
He's not white?
It's getting closer.
He's white. Or he is white. Or he's not white.
Yeah. Are you
He's
asking?
white.
Hold on. Are you asking me if the player is white? Are you asking me if it's Rashad White?
No, I'm not. No,
Okay.
No. I'm
All
asking you if it is a
Yes,
white
I will
human
give you
being.
the hint that you are getting closer by guessing Jordy Nelson rather than Steve Smith or Brandon Marshall.
Well, that's kind of where I was getting at with the undraftedness.
Yeah.
Makes more sense that the white guys go undrafted. Is it 5 teams? Fucking nuts. For a white dude.
Throw it out there.
Well, I mean, Jules was the first thought, but he did not play for 5 teams. Not even close.
Did Jules return punts in college?
He was a quarterback.
There you go, champ.
Who the fuck was white and returned punts in college?
5 Pro Bowls. Led the NFL in receptions 3 times. I might give you one more guess, and then I'm going to have to tell you.
Brother. You got me moving my head like Stevie Wonder out here. Oh, I'm lost.
That was good. You give up? One more. Just guess. I mean, you're guessing. You're throwing out.
I need one more.
Might as well throw one more name out there. 5 Pro Bowls, led 3 times in receptions. 5 teams. Second most receiving yards by an undrafted wide receiver. He's a white guy.
Jeremy Shockey.
No, Devin. The answer is with 5 Pro Bowls, played on 5 teams, led the NFL in reception 3 times, most punt return yards in NCAA history. Second most receiving yards by an undrafted receiver all time. It is Wes Welker.
You fucking slut.
See, and you were so close. You were going
I was right there with Jules.
Jordy Nelson. It's like, bro, just name the other white guy who, I mean, it's like, who else is going to
think about it? Amendola or Welker.
And it's like, what other team is going to draft some white dude and turn him into some guy that can lead the NFL in receptions,
Fucking
the Patriots. All right.
They didn't draft West though.
Well, nobody did.
Well, sure. Well, what were the 5? It was it Jets?
Right, let's see.
Dolphins,
let's see if I can do it.
Broncos, Pats.
Dolphins, Broncos, Patriots, Rams.
Jets.
Was it the
Rams?
Jets? Was it Jet? He was a Ram because he became a coach for them, I want to say.
I thought he was a Jet.
Pull it up real quick. He could have been a Jet as well. He was on 5 teams.
No, was that Eric Decker?
San Diego, Miami, New England, Denver, St. Louis Rams.
That was Eric Decker was a Jet.
Last year he spent with the Rams, 2015. No big deal. All right. Second athlete, Devin. Devin, this player has played for 3 different teams. This player has more rushing yards than. Let's try it again. This player has more total rushing yards than Sean Alexander, but less total rushing yards than John Riggins.
It's fair. Alexander did not have a long prime.
He had a 2K year.
He did.
He did have a 2K year. But, I mean, John Riggins, fuck.
He was the MVP.
Do you know where John Riggins stands on all-time leading rushing yards?
Probably like 15 to 20.
He has the 3rd most rushing yards in NCAA history.
You said how many teams? 3? 2?
3 teams. Played for 3 teams.
3 teams.
Ooh, I got dinged.
Bing
For
bong.
3 different teams. He also played in the CFL.
Aye. Before or after?
After. And this last hint should tell you why it's after. Because he is also a Heisman winner.
A Heisman running back?
Played in the CFL. 3rd
3
most
teams.
rushing yards in NCAA history. 3 teams. I have a bonus one when you're really stuck.
Reg?
No. It's not Reggie Bush.
I'm trying to think of like eras. So if we look at people who have won Heisman as a running back, it's Derek, Trent Williams.
No.
Was that his name? Trent Richardson?
Trent Richardson is you. I thought of Trent Richardson when you said him, but
When I
it's
said
not.
Trent Williams,
No.
yeah, no, Trent Richardson.
No.
He was a Heisman.
So you want me to give you the bonus hint?
Sure.
So not only did he win the Heisman, he has a THC company called Heisman.
Ricky
Dubs
Williams?
Is Ricky Williams.
Yeah.
Ricky Williams is the answer.
Spectacular. I was going to get there.
Beautiful. One of my favorite running backs.
But the we gives me so much more.
Yeah,
and he was
I knew.
A Dolphin.
He was a Dolphin. He was a Saint.
He was
a Raven.
Saint. He was a Raven, yeah.
But yeah, one of my favorite running backs of all time. The ultimate stoner.
For real.
Is what and I knew the we as soon as I brought up.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched his documentary.
It seems like he has like 8 of them.
Yeah, they're like kind of like the Vice.
Yeah, he has like 8 documentaries.
I smoke weed documentaries.
Like,
yeah.
Where it's literally the same conversation every time. It's like, man, I don't care. I'll smoke weed. Fuck football. It's like,
for real.
It's like, okay, you like weed.
He's like, I'm studying to be a weed sommelier right now, man. I'm trying to smell different weeds.
And then the final player, Devin. This player has the 3rd most receptions in the first 4 years of his career of all time. So in his first 4 years, he's had the 3rd most receptions total. Yeah. He's the first ever wide receiver to have 5 or more receptions in every game in a season.
Okay.
He's played for 3 teams.
Okay.
He has more total receiving yards than Des Bryant, but less than Golden Tate.
Can I guess Brandon Marshall?
It is not Brandon Marshall.
Dang it.
He was the first player to have 100 or more receptions in a season and not eclipse 1,000 yards.
So tons of receptions.
Mm-hmm.
No tons of yards.
He had first to have 5 in a game, every game in a season.
Probably not the same year that he didn't.
Well, he was the first player to have 100. I believe that was in the same year because he had 100 receptions or more and did not eclipse
that's
1,000
over,
yards. Yeah.
Who the fuck? So less than Golden Tate, more than
Des Bryant.
Dez.
More than Des Bryant.
I always
less than
forget
Golden
how
Tate.
short Dez's career was.
Played for 3 teams. First wide receiver to have 5 catches in every game, and every game in a year. Third most receptions in his first 4 years.
Anquan Bolton.
It is not Anquan Bolton.
Darn. Do I get skin color?
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I mean, just the chance, like, you're probably going to hit it.
It's pretty high.
Yeah.
Pierre Garçon?
No, it's not Pierre Garçon.
Darn.
It is not Pierre Garçon. Third most receptions in the first 4 years. First to ever have 5 receptions in a game for every game. He's played for 3 teams. More receiving yards than Des Bryant. Less than Golden Tate. First player with 100 receptions or more to not have 1,000 receiving yards.
I'm trying to think of young receivers.
Like one more bonus.
Maybe.
A bonus. He made the playoffs for a consecutive 5 seasons from 2014 to 2019.
Michael Thomas?
Nah. It's not Michael Thomas. It's not Michael Thomas.
All right, who made the playoffs? That fucking. But he played for 3 teams, no?
Played for 3 teams.
Son of a slut.
Michael Thomas, just one.
Uno.
Just
what a
one team.
Shame of a career he has.
I got a feeling that this name probably slipped your mind. You're probably not going to get it. Even though it's like right there. It's so obvious. You're going to be like, yeah. That's definitely a guy from that era.
Let me think deep.
Like that era. Just like when you think of that era, Pro Bowls. Who's there?
Brandon Cooks?
No. Not Brandon Cooks. You want the answer?
Uno más. Never mind. Give it to me.
You sure? You don't got one? You got any more?
I didn't have any. I was stalling.
You were just stalling. So the player, or receiver, should I say, that has the 3rd most receptions in his first 4 years was the first receiver to have 5 or more receptions in every game in a season. Played for 3 different teams, more total receiving yards than Dez, but less than Golden Tate, and was the first player to have 100 or more receiving receptions in a season and not eclipse 1,000 yards. The answer is Jarvis Landry.
Are you dirty dog?
Yeah.
He was a Dolphin.
He was a Dolphin. He was a Brown, and then I want to say Saint.
He was a Saint.
He was a Saint at the end of his career. But yeah, it was Jarvis Landry, Devin. Come on now.
That stinks.
It's money. But all right. We talked about a lot of shit because a lot of shit happened. Like, I almost want to say we, like I didn't expect to finish an episode in the NFL offseason and feel like we didn't get to everything.
Sure.
You know? Like, there's still, like, a lot to discuss. So, I mean, there's a lot for next episode and a lot down the road. But DK, Aaron Rodgers, the Giants, the Raiders, Geno, Joey Bosa, Pittsburgh, the Lakers, Seattle, everything. We discussed everything. Is there anything else you need to say before we get out of here?
Hopefully the Orioles don't suck this year. We probably will. We'll see. I don't know. Not too excited about it, but
couldn't tell you. Could not. That's all you got?
that's all I got.
All right. Well, hopefully you all enjoyed this episode of On It. We will be back on Tuesday to discuss more moves. The NFL legal tampering window will be wide open, so we'll see who's getting tampered with, who's not getting tampered with. Devin, with all that being said, brand new episodes every Saturday and Tuesday. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.
Goodbye.